Right, Joe Dale. I will make you host now, Joe. Oh, this is so complicated. It's working though. I think it's working okay. Right, there we go.
There we are. Okay.
Fabulous. If you can spotlight yourself as well, it just makes it easier for the
Fantastic.
recording. I'll mute myself and let you crack on.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kate, for this opportunity. I'm going to be talking about the use of AI, which is probably not surprising to lots of you that have seen me talking about this a lot recently. I'm going to be focusing on how you can use AI to produce images based on text. So for starter activities, as we all know, images can channel creativity, can release lots of interesting speaking and writing opportunities as a starter activity. And I'm going to focus on that in about 10-15 minutes, if that's okay. For those people that don't know me, I'm a former languages teacher. I taught French for 13 years, 3 years at secondary school level, and then 10 years at middle school level on the Isle of Wight, which is where I am right now, working with 9 to 13-year-olds. So I've got upper primary and secondary school experience. And for the last 13, 14 years or so, I've been an independent languages consultant, traveling all over the world. But as a result of the pandemic, I tend to do most of my work now online, as well as going to different places as well, such as Dublin. I've been going to Dublin a lot recently, doing training with teachers from literally all over Europe, most of whom are English teachers, but sometimes cross-curricular. And I've been playing around a lot with AI recently, as them as guinea pigs, and as well as doing whole school sessions. I'm working with language departments, and I'm going to share a few ideas for you today. This is the first time I've done this presentation. I created this presentation using ChatGPT to create a Word outline, which I then exported to PowerPoint, and then I added the nice images, etc. So let's crack on. My contact details are on the screen. I'm also going to share the whole presentation with you as well on the last slide. Feel free to tweet or to post on X during the session. So a few ideas then about how we can use images as starter activities for writing and for speaking. The first thing we're going to do is have a look at the I can't draw feature in Padlet, which is an example of a text to image AI tool. So I'm sure we all know Padlet. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to double click on the screen. I'm going to write my name here, and I'm going to click on the 3 dots here. And you'll see that one of the options is I can't draw. Can you all see? I can't draw. Now, I'm now going to put in a prompt here. Can I ask a couple of you to just write a prompt that you would like me to turn into an image? For example, when I'm demonstrating this live, I normally put in something like an elephant playing chess in the rain. So could you just write something in the chat, and I'll take the first one. Anything at all that could be used as a starter activity. Just a really quick text to image prompt that anyone can put in. Oh, there we are. A dinosaur fossil on a bike. Fantastic. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that in here right now, and I'm going to click the arrow. And what it's going to do is it's going to make 6 images, hopefully very quickly. And I can choose my favorite one. And sorry, okay, you'll get a chance in a second. We'll do a few of these. Are you ready? There we are. Look at that. Right. So I can now choose which is your favorite. I'm going to go, I like this one. Let's click on that one and wait for it to publish, and then click publish. And there you go. Okay. So that's just a quick image that you can create. If you want to take a downloadable version of this, I would suggest using a tool like Snip and Sketch, which comes with Microsoft Windows. I'm literally just taking a sketch right now. Sorry, a screenshot like that. There it is, and I can click now save, and I can save it to my desktop, and away you go. So that's called the I can't draw feature in Padlet. As it's being recorded, you can watch this back as many times as you need to as well. Right, that's the first one. The next one we're going to go on to is this one. I added a couple of things from the title as well. Okay, I hope that's okay. This one is Microsoft Designer Image Creator, and I made this image earlier using that particular tool. So if I come out of the presentation and I go to this live, which I've got open here, and you'll see that I put in the following prompt: fantastic MFL starters, free online show and tell, CPD Saturday, 2nd of December 2023. An athlete about to start running a replay race holding a baton. So that's my prompt. And I'm now going to click generate. And now hopefully it's going to generate an image which I can pop into a PowerPoint or what have you. So this is very new. This has only been out for about a week or so, I think. So it's Microsoft Designer. There we are. Can you see? So let's say I like this one. I'm going to click on that one here and I can click download. Now you'll notice that it's got some of the text wrong. So what you can do is you can go to another AI tool, which is called Magic Eraser. You don't need a login for this. Click upload picture, find the picture that you've just got, click open. Okay. And then can you see you've got the little brush size here and you've got the erase option. And I can literally just, can you see? I can get rid of this like that. And then as if by magic, I click erase and as if by magic, there we are. Can you see? Look, it's gone. Look at that. Okay. And then you can do things like you can click on zoom. You can move this around a little bit. You can zoom in, zoom out. You could also take another screenshot like this. Okay, so in other words, if there's bits you don't like, you can just get rid of it like that. You see? Okay, there we are. And I can save that in the way that I've talked about. You could use this as a spot the difference activity. You could have both pictures, yeah, and then you just remove certain elements, or like a Kim's game activity. You could have the same image that you've copied and pasted, say 5 times, 6 times, and remove one element from each picture. That sort of thing. Okay, let's carry on. The next one, so that's the one I've just shown you, Magic Eraser. The next one is called BlockadeLabs, which I really like a lot. So if I click here and I click on Conjure Your World, okay, and we'll just wait. I need to log in. You don't have to log in, but I'm going to log in because it makes it easier for me to do what I'm going to do right now. So there we are. There we are. So can someone in the chat put a description of a world or a landscape, should I say, that you'd like me to create? So you can write quite a lot if you want to. So I just wait for you to. So for example, I normally put in something like a magical wood with 4 cottages. There are lots of trees everywhere. There are mountains in the background, and it's a sunny day. Yeah. So could you just write something, just a sentence in the chat very quickly? And I'll then pop that into the, there we are, a lake with log cabins and rowing boats. Fantastic. Thank you, Edna. So let's put this in right now. Okay. You can also click on the little brush tool and you can then draw a picture. So I'm going to do a really bad boat right now, live. Okay. And now I'm going to choose a style. So I'm using the unlimited version. In the free version, you don't have all these different options. So I'm just going to choose, let's go for watercolor. Okay, I've gone for watercolor and I'm going to click generate. And now, there we are, it's now doing it. So in other words, you can put in a prompt and you can generate a 360 photo for free. In the free version, you can only do 5 of these photos a month. But once you've got your photo, you can do lots of activities with it. And you can also embed it as well, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second. And there we are. Can you look at that? I bet you're all going, wow, at home, aren't you? Yeah. So that's a watercolor one. And from there, and it's a proper 360 photo. From there, you can click download. Oh, if I show you as well here, look. So that's my image. If I click on, yeah, can you see? Look, that's my image there. And that's why it's turned that what I just did into the 360 photo. Right, I can choose, let's say PNG like this. That's now downloading. There we are. And I've also got an embed code, so you can embed this if you want to using the embed code. But I actually prefer to use another tool called Memento 360, which is here. And I'm logged in already, so I'm going to click on My Media. I've given you all these links already, so don't panic. Where is it? Here it is. So that's the image. I click Open. I'm now uploading it from here. And that's now going to be embedded like this. So we'll just wait for a second. It normally does it very quickly. You can get a feel for the sorts of examples in these other ones I've got here already. For free, you can upload 100 pictures. like this, right? So there it is. I can now go full screen, and I could, for example, I could right click here, and I could choose, there we are. Instead of marker shape, I could choose push pin, and I could say, for example, who lives here. So you can annotate the picture. I could put the Wicked Witch of the West. Now I'm doing this in English, but obviously you could, choose whatever you wanted to do. And now that means that when I hover over this, can you see the little the tip then appears over the top, and I can then come out of this like this, click share or embed a link, click create link, and click copy. So I've got the embed code now, and I could now go into Book Creator, and I could go to More, Embed, paste that in, click confirm. I could obviously delete some of that. Well, let's get rid of some of this. So let's just put in an example, make sure I spell it correctly, and click add, right? And then from there, if you wanted to, you can make this full screen. And then you could then press play. There it is. And I can click on that. Can you see? And then the 360 photo is embedded within the book. And I can move it around and what have you. So as a starter activity, you could get the students to describe what's happening in the picture. You could also, you could record some audio if you wanted to. You can click plus, record, start recording. And in this picture, there are 4 cottages, and it is a sunny day, and there are trees in the background. Right? Use recording. There it is, and you've got your loudspeaker icon there, etc., etc. You could add text as well if you wanted to. So hopefully that's giving you a little flavor of BlockadeLabs. I've probably got about another minute. Scribble Diffusion is a similar one. Because I'm sort of running out of time, I'm just going to write in a prompt here. So I'm going to put in a red cottage in the wood.
So if you want to carry on, because these are really, really, really good. Okay. So don't worry. Don't worry about sticking to any kind of time limit.
Okay, I'm now going to try and draw a red cottage in the wood. Now that's quite easy, even if you're trying to draw a house with a mouse, no pun intended. And this is the sort of house that you draw when you're 5 years old, or the sort of house you draw when you've got a mouse. Now I promised some woods, so I'm going to. These are my very creative trees. If you spent a bit longer with this, it'd be obviously better. If you had, let's say, a mobile device with a touch screen, you could probably draw a lot more easily, but you get the idea. Right now, the magic's going to happen. I click go. And then based on this incredible masterpiece, I should now produce a multimedia creation, which normally takes a few seconds to produce. You don't need to log in for this as well. For this one, you do for some of the others I've shown you, but you don't need to have an account. So I'm hoping that in a matter of seconds, we're going to have an AI produced masterpiece. So this is the idea of text to image. So there's other text to image tools which you can use for this, but this is a really nice and easy one. And everything I'm showing you is free, just to be really clear. I'm hoping this is going to do it right now. When I was practicing this earlier, it was fine. It did it straight away. So I'm hoping that there isn't a problem, but there may be. I'll just wait another couple of seconds. There we are. Can you see? Yeah, it's made that image now, right? So there, from then you could then right click that, click save image as. You can put it into a PowerPoint. You can put it into a tool like Wheel of Names, etc., and use it as you could produce different images, which then the children have to speak about or write about. So that's called Scribble Diffusion. Okay, let's go back to slideshow mode. So I've given you some different hints here on how you could use this, but hopefully that's giving you a flavor. I also have my Language Teaching with AI Facebook group, which has got 2,600 members. If you'd like to join, feel free to do so, but you do need to answer the questions and agree to the group's rules. Otherwise, automatically you're declined after an hour, simply because I'm the only one doing the admin. And in addition to that, I'm running a 4-part webinar series again. I think some people in the room have been on it already. Over 230 teachers have already registered and done the course, but I'm running it again in January, 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th. It's £44 per session, but if you go for the bundle, which is buy 3, get one free, then it's only 120, 130 pounds. Okay, so do have a think about that. And I'm running it at 10 o'clock in the morning UK time, 7 o'clock in the evening, and 9:30 in the evening. So depending on where you are in the world, you can come along to that if you'd like to. And that's the QR code and the short URL. So if you'd like to scan that, there we are. I did that in exactly 15 minutes. Not bad. So if you'd like to scan that or go to this short URL, then you'll have the whole presentation. And if you'd be interested in inviting me to do a session for your department or a whole school session on AI, then feel free to ask me as well. I'm doing them all over the world, live from my study on the Isle of Wight, and I'd love to help you out if you'd like me to. So thanks again to Kate. I'm also the editor and producer of the Kate Languages podcast as well, which I know has been mentioned already, but do check that out as well. And I'm going to stop sharing and make you host, Kate. Thanks, everyone. Thanks ever so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Joe. Some brilliant comments. One of the questions is, are these apps free?
Yes, everything's free. Cost? Oh, well, everything I've shown you is free. There might be some elements you have to pay for, but everything I've shown you can do for free. The BlockadeLabs one, you can only have 5 photos per month for free, and you're limited on the number of genres you can choose, but you can still do lots of great stuff with it. Everything else I think is completely free.
Oh, right, okay, cool. Right, let's have a look at some other. This is brilliant. So the reason why I love this, the reason why Nicola wanted the a dinosaur riding a bike.
Yeah, that's good.
I've told my year 9s that velo is related to velociraptors, which rode bikes, you see, and they're demanding evidence. Oh, Nicola, that's absolutely brilliant. I love it.
I've been asked in the chat whether I do the whole school training online or face-to-face, both, and I'm more than happy to travel if you'd like me to. That's not a problem. But yeah, I could do either.
Emma used, I don't know what it was, Emma, that you used, because I don't know when you sent this, for her year 9 to create that ideal bedroom. That's brilliant. That's such a good idea. Some amazing creations. People were I think people just preferred your image, Joe, to the actual red costumes that came up in the woods.
There we are. There we are. In my Facebook group, I've got a couple of posts around different image generating tools, but I think the ones I've shown you are the ones which seem to be the most reliable.
Okay.
And give different aspects, but there's lots of things you can do with them. If you go onto Twitter or X, should I say, and do a search for the names of these different tools, you'll get inspiration on sort of examples of what other teachers are using them for. So I'd recommend doing that as well.
Amanda's just created her first Pixieland. So thanks, Jay. Okay. I love that, Amanda.
And again, in the chat, the whole school training can be to do with anything to do with AI and teaching and learning. So I've done a couple of whole school sessions recently. Yeah, so just contact me and let me know what you'd like, and I can help you with it. Okay. Yes,
and I can confirm Joe is an absolute marvel to work with. And very efficient, much more than me, and constantly waiting for responses to emails from me, as you currently are at the moment. But yes, I know, honestly, we're terrible. But yeah, so what was I going to say? So in terms of using these for starter activities, I think they're just fantastic to create something like that, to have on the board. Students have to describe them, to write sentences about them, to talk about them, whatever. So, and I commented as well, I love the spot the difference idea. And I think particularly as a starter activity that you can have on the board, having 2 pictures, and they just have to write in the target language what the differences are between the 2 pictures. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. And they're not zero prep, but once you've done them, and they're so quick to do. And I love the idea of just being able to erase things and change things a little bit, because actually if you start Googling spot the difference and trying to find things like that, or trying to do that yourself, like it's impossible. So
there's another tool which I didn't have time to show today called remove.bg, as in the word remove, then .bg letters. And that's amazing for removing the background of any image. So you could, for example, take a picture of yourself and remove the background, and then superimpose that picture in, say, a PowerPoint or a Google Slides presentation. You could choose any sort of background context, like I've put myself in front of the Eiffel Tower, etc., taken a picture of myself, removed the background, and then put that on the top. And then you can add a speech bubble. And say if you did it in Book Creator, you could record yourself. So it's remove.bg, B for Bertha, G for Gerald. Okay.
Yeah, I've just put that in the chat for people. Canva is quite good for, you can remove
Yeah.
background quite easy on Canva as well if you've got a picture of yourself, and then you can add another background and stuff like that. So oh, so many amazing tools, they really are. Scribble Diffusion, it's really fun. I just want to have a go at that and just see if I can make anything look actually half decent. Although sometimes I used to just quite like just scribbling on a whiteboard, and the kids be like, oh, that's good, miss. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's just a load of stick figures. Anyway, thank you so much. Right, Corinne, are we ready to go?
Yeah, no pressure coming after Joe there.
Sorry.